Yes, lads, welcome back to the channel. This is, of course, the Gillingham FM26 save. We're going to go from League 2 to Champions League winners. It is a huge job, but we are certainly up for it. What a start we have made as Gillingham manager. Let's get into the video and let's have a look so far. So, as you can see, and if you have watched the first few episodes, thank you very much for the support. I'm very much appreciative. But look at this. We are on fire, constantly winning. We've only lost to Ipswich, which was disappointing in the cup on penalties. We also lost to Colchester, but a very heavily rotated team when we lost 2-1. And we did drop points against MK Dons, but it still pains me to this day because we were the better team and we should have won. But ultimately, the XG will tell you we didn't create enough clear-cut chances. So this is how we've been doing things. I am going to make a slight change to the content. So originally we were playing sort of 4 or 5 games an episode, but I want to try and get through the season a little bit quicker. So with that, what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to play a few more games off camera and we're going to have a little look back at it and see how we got on. I've actually done that for the first 2 games today, and that was Grimsby and Salford. As we played Grimsby, we won 1-0. We dominated the game. Reece Johnson with the assist again. Bradley Dack got the goal for us. In the next game against Salford, Bradley Dack wasn't quite as good for us as he did miss a penalty. It didn't matter though. We managed to pick up the 2-1 win. Goals from Josh Andrews again and Malcolm again. Josh Andrews with the assist as well. He is playing out of his skin. Once again, Reece Johnson with a man of the match performance as well. He did pick up a slight knock, but it's only for a couple of days, so we're absolutely fine there. So here's how it's going to be. What we're going to do in this episode, we're going to play this game against Hartlepool now. I want to start off with the FA Cup. Yes, it's a game we're probably going to win, but I wanted to play this because I want to show how serious I am about us having a good cup run. I want to make a few cup upsets, and I think we've got the squad to do so. After Hartlepool, I'll go through all of these games leading us up till January. In that time, I'll get my scouting in order. I've had a look at all your comments. I appreciate them, and I will be picking up the best ones and putting them in the shortlist. Once we get to January, we'll play the Swindon game live. It's our derby day. Another derby day, but the biggest one against Swindon. We'll play that game live, and then what I'll do is I'll end the episode there, have a look at your comments, and then we'll come back to finish the January transfer window. And if we keep this form up, we should be in a very good position. I'll probably play through February and March and then come back for the end of the season. So that is how we're going to do things from now on. I think it will be better to help speed the videos along. But listen, let's get into this hardly. Oh, actually, no, we can't just yet because I've just remembered something. Still trying to navigate my way through the UI. Still trying to get there, but I have made a signing, and that is Anthony Sarcevic on a free transfer, 2.2 grand a week. Some really good stats there. I'm a big fan of his sort of mental, really with it sort of player, as well as that, his actual technical stuff too. Very, very solid, very well-rounded. For a 1-year contract, 2.2 grand a week, I just feel like this can't go wrong. Sam Mather, on loan from Manchester United, hasn't really been doing it for me, so I wanted to get a bit more experience into the squad. Sarcevic, of course, a player who did very well for Bradford in previous seasons in real life in League 2. Let's hope he can do it for us in League 2 on the game. So this is the team for us then, and it's fully rotated, I will be honest, but look at the depth we've got. I still think this is a good enough team to more than get a result here. Really thrash them. I want players like Hutton to come back in, Sam Gale to slot in at centre-half alongside OG, Max Clark, he's been struggling for game time. Reece Johnson's been too good, he's coming in, and really the main ones here, Omar Keder, I need him to really find his groove in this team now. Sarcevic gets his first start for the club, that's fine. McCleary, we need him to regain that form before his injury. And probably the most important, Seb Palmer-Holden. Josh Andrews has been superb. He is our number 1 at the minute. But Seb's going to be that guy. He's got to be that guy for us, and it's got to start now. So this is the team we're going for. We should beat Hartlepool. Let's make sure. Right, I'm going to go for we're favourites, and we should be winning this comfortably. There is no excuses here. This is a must-win game. Look at that squad. It is more than good enough to win this game. Up against Hartlepool, do we recognise anyone? Not off the top of my head. So realistically, FA Cup, I'm taking this very seriously, and we need to make sure we get off to winning ways. I will be livid if we lose this game. Livid. 2 minutes in, Hutton with the throw to McCleary. Hutton plays it to Seb. Come on, Seb. I need him to get going. And that's a good start. Driving through the middle. Seb Palmer-Holden has a go. It's gone in. It's taken a deflection. We don't mind that, though. That is what I'm talking about. I know Hartlepool, a bit of a lesser opponent, but Seb Palmer-Holden needs to put these results in, needs to start getting these goals, assists, and really helping the team out to give me a selection headache. At the minute, it's Josh Andrews all the way. That, though, even with the deflection, and it walked through the goalkeeper, whatever, still, a good start. 1-0, Seb Palmer-Holden with the goal. Here's Francis for them up against Clark. Another player looking to prove to me he's got it a lot in the locker. Bot has gone for it. Bot has not got it. Bot, that is awful, awful goalkeeping right there. Bot is another player, you know, Glenn Morris is in his 40s. He is a player that could be showing me some good performances to get in the team. He's not been bad so far, but that is absolutely awful. And all of a sudden, 1 minute later, we find ourselves at 1-1. Shocking from Bot, really. Sarcevic on the ball now. His first touches, really. Looks promising. Finds his man nicely. Clark on the left. Omar, let's see what you've got, Omar. Omar down the wing, gets past his man, loses it. It's got... Right, okay, we are scoring such awful goals here. But it doesn't matter how it goes in, does it? Does not matter. I don't even know what happened here. So Omar does well, I think. Does he lose the ball, though? It feels like he does. Drives inside. Does he just stab it across? He does, and Seb's in the right place, right time. Maybe I'm being harsh there. But ultimately, 2-1 up. Back in control, how it should be. Seb Palmer-Holden with his second goal in 6 minutes. Free kick now to Hartlepool. Francis over it. Francis had to go. Aaron Bott has just... Oh, my God. Oh, that's confirmed. Aaron Bott will never play another game for me again. What is he doing? Free kick comes in. How are you not saving that? Oh, what? Use your other arm. He's just palmed it into his own net. That is pathetic, Aaron Bott. We are drawing with Hartlepool in the cup. And Aaron Bott, hold on a minute. 6.6. It should be 3.6. 2 mistakes that have led to a goal. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. If I was... do you know what? I'm tempted to sub him off. Get Glenn Morris back in goal. I never thought I'd say that. Oh, they're coming back again. McCleary. Fair play. Good tackle. Can't lose it here, though. We're drawing with Hartlepool in the cup. I can't believe this. We've lost the ball again. Just shoot, Hartlepool. He'll let it in. They're coming forward. No. Oh, my God. We're losing to Hartlepool. Oh, my goodness. I have no words for this. Losing the ball pathetically. Skips past Hutton like he's not even there. Whips the ball in. Francis at the back post. Loses Max Clark. Aaron Bott. Wow. We may as well not have a goalkeeper in goal at this point. I mean, he was never going to get there anyway. And all of a sudden, we find ourselves losing to Hartlepool. Subs to be made. Where to start? Can I change the whole team? I can't, can I? Right. We're going to go for Josh Andrews coming on. We're also going to go for Malcolm for McCleary. Sarcevic, I'm sorry, lad. It's not been good enough. Max Clark, we don't have Reece Johnson on the bench, do we? No, we don't, because he's injured. Okay. Well, we'll leave it at that. But I tell you now, we're also switching to attacking, because I am not losing this game. I told you before, if we lose this game, I'm going to be fuming. 3-2 down against Hartlepool. What is going on? They've got another free kick. I should have subbed Aaron Bott off. Please don't tell me this goes in. Oh, my word, they hit the post. And Aaron Bott, no problem for Aaron Bott. He was beaten. We've just been lucky. Aaron Bott, man, looking like the worst sign I'll ever make. Sam Gale, though, brings it forward. We haven't had a highlight. We're desperate for a chance here. Armani Little plays it to Bradley Dack. Ogie now at left centre-back. Finds Max Clark. Plays it forward. And oh my word, man. Max Clark. I tell you what, I'm getting frustrated here. I'm getting frustrated. I should have told them it wasn't good enough at half-time. This is so poor. So poor. Francis on the ball for them. Got to win it back, lads. Big Sam Gale. Come on then, Malcolm. Find your man. Let's go. Josh Andrews running away from the ball for some reason. Does get there, though. Andrews. Clark probably going to give it away again. Doesn't this time. Armani Little. Williams. Deflected. And it's gone in. And it's gone in. How are we just drawing with Hartlepool? We've battered everyone. But it doesn't matter. Ewan Williams, back on his return, gets the goal. I'm not even sure what really happens. Does it take a deflection? It takes a huge deflection. The goals we've scored today have been absolutely awful. But it doesn't matter. Right. Omar, you've been good. We've got another sub to make, and it's going to be Johnny Smith. In Johnny Smith, we trust. 3-3. I'm going to stay on very attacking. Maybe I shouldn't have. Okay. Maybe I should have just gone down a little bit. Anyway, Francis for them on the ball. Don't do this to me. Big winner. Malcolm won't get their ball back in. Dolby. Still Dolby. Offside, surely. Yes, thank God for that. I'm going to go down to attacking. This is so much harder than it needs to be. It's mental. I've not had a game like this in League Two. Ball's played forward. Ogie wins it back. Hutton keeps it in. Oh, Hutton's lost the ball. Oh, my word. See, I really want us to have a cup run. I want us to try and challenge the big teams. We can't even beat Hartlepool. Oh, my word. They're coming through on goal. Had a go. Aaron Bott. I'm just as surprised as you are. That he even got a hand to that. My word. 86th minute and we can't seem to get the ball. Hartlepool. They'll give it back to us. Thank you. We needed that. Ogie. Don't lose the ball, lads. They seem to be honest. Clark. Yep, just pass it to someone simple because you can't do anything else. Bradley Dack. Over the top for Josh Andrews. He's onside. Josh Andrews. And Josh Andrews in the 87th minute. Listen, I gave the other players a chance and they haven't delivered. I've brought on our usual starters and they have. Bradley Dack. What a ball over the top. Josh Andrews gets there. It's raining. Just get a solid contact with it. First time shot. Keeper can't save it. And that is 4-3 to us. And you know what? I'm rattled. I am rattled, Hartlepool. What a game they've given us. Do not do me like this, lads. Not like this. We're surely there now. The closest game we've had in the entire save so far. We're not done yet. We are now. Thank goodness. Because I'm telling you now. They have just taken us. They've taken us to hell and back. They have taken us to... Nice work, everyone. That was good. No, it's not. A win is a win. But the level we have... If we want to make... do you know what? Aaron Bott, you're getting a special... you weren't good enough today. Seems confused. And Malcolm, God, this guy's made of... He's not made of the sternest stuff, is he? But ultimately, the lads that are fired up... That's what I want to see. A very, very near embarrassing cup exit. I thought I'd just play this game just as a formality to be like, the FA Cup. That might be one of the best games we've had all season, just in terms of drama and action. But that is us. Palmer Holden, only a small injury. So what we will do now then is, as I say, we'll go through all the way to January. If we get someone crazy in the FA Cup second round, which I don't necessarily think we will, mate. If it's a League One team, I'll probably jump back in and play that. But if not, lads, I will see you for Swindon. And if we perform like that against Swindon, they're going to beat us and it is going to absolutely kill me. All right then, lads, we are back. It is the very first day of the January transfer window. So we've made some very good progress, but I have some bad news to bring to everyone. So last time out, of course, we beat Hartlepool 4-3 in the FA Cup, which was a great result. We then played Bristol Rovers and picked up a nice 2-1 win there. The wins kept coming. Fulham under 21s 2-0. Crawley, 2-0. At this point, absolutely flying. And I'll be honest, I had Gareth Ainsworth's record of 21 unbeaten in my mind. And we weren't just being unbeaten, we were winning. Look at how many wins we've got. But then, as the games went on, we beat Barnet 2-1 until we lost our very first game to Shrewsbury, which was absolutely killer. You know, it was the usuals that seemed to be scoring the goals in this game here, and I am going to show you the game itself. We just weren't able to do it. Now, I'm going to have to show you the key highlights here, because I have to show you what happened at the end of the game. So this is how it started then. You know, Eli Harrison, who, by the way, could be someone we look at in the summer. I think he's a free transfer. We'll see if Man United do anything there. But a ball over the top. Sam Gale was injured. Mackenzie came in. Wow, so I literally filmed this right before going to bed, and I have to be honest, I went to bed in a bad mood. Mackenzie, really, really poor there. You know, we had our chances. We had a lot of chances. We dominated the possession, dominated the shots. Mackenzie off the bar, nearly redeeming himself 5 minutes after he made the mistake. But ultimately, there's a bit of a common theme with the team at the moment. We're just unable to score goals. Something has just changed completely. You know, we had chances late in the game. Omar hit the bar. That's twice we've hit the bar. It's a common theme about hitting the woodwork. In the 91st minute as well. I believe this is the chance. We may have had one more, but I believe this is the big chance. Sarcevic, lovely football. Armani Little, trying to work the ball up the pitch. Desperation here. I was on very attacking. I'd made attacking changes as well. Changed the formation slightly to just absolutely go for it. Reece Johnson to Omar. Omar with a great ball in. Gets left. Gareth McCleary. And I genuinely could not believe that. I couldn't believe that. We absolutely dominated things. And we just weren't able to get the job done. So that actually gave us our first loss of the league season anyway. Let me jump back into the fixture schedule here. So very, very disappointing there. And then unfortunately for us, the loss came straight away after against Exeter. Again, they're a team from the league above. We did rotate things slightly because we were a bit tired. Listen, the Virtue Trophy, I wanted to go as far as I could, but ultimately, whatever. You know, we're out of that competition. We can focus on the league. We bounced back in the FA Cup, which I'm absolutely delighted about. 4-0 against Eastleigh. Yes, we should be winning that game, but I'm happy that we bounced back well. We then beat Colchester in what was a crazy game, to be honest with you. Again, a far more even affair. Colchester just seemed to have our number a little bit. As you can see, though, Sarcevic in the 85th minute to get us the winner. We really, really, dug deep there, really, to get any result. Colchester, a very good team, it feels like, on this game. Some good young players there. Following on from that, though, as you can see, it has not gone well at all. We have beat Barrow, which is great. And again, the usual suspects, Malcolm, Josh Andrews, although he's not been as good, he's still been getting on the goals. Played against Fleetwood, again, a disappointing game. We were by far the better team. We just can't seem to score. I'll actually show you the goals on this one. Yeah, it's just scoring that seems to be the problem. I also look at us defensively and feel as though we've not been this open before. And I mean, this is just a really nice bit of play from Graydon. Ennis is there for a tap-in. It's a good goal. You're always going to concede these good goals. But unfortunately, it all seemed to sort of unravel at the same time. So we went 1-0 down and we did fight back on the counter-attack here. Big Andy Smith. Omar, who I am a lot more impressed with than sort of the start of the season anyway. Driving the ball forward. Armani Little. Back to Omar. Reece Johnson. He's our main man, it feels like. But whips it in. And this was the first time in a few games that I felt as though Josh Andrews was where he needed to be to get the goal. Look at that. He's just put a tracksuit on. What this game, man. It's still so broken. But that was the Fleetwood game. And it was a good point to get against a decent side. I'm not sort of doubting that. And of course, we then went on after that game to lose back-to-back against Cambridge. We were 3-1 up at halftime. This was unforgivable, if I'm honest. Look at that second half performance there. And, we lost to the better team on the day. Ultimately, we did. Even though we had 24 shots, it's just the story of how things are at the minute. We're unable to convert chances. And again, it was rare for us to score 3 goals in one half in this game. And they came back and scored 4. But We have to put this behind us now. Move forward. We have got some huge games coming up. As you may have seen with me flickering around everywhere. Swindon up now. We are at the Swindon game, the Derby game. If you'd have told me at this point of the season where all of these wins were happening that we would be going into the Swindon game without a win in 3, my word, I'd be saying to you, not a chance, but the confidence is down, and this for me is a dangerous game. We have to make sure we win. But in the FA Cup third round, we have been drawn to Manchester United. So what we will do, I will play the Swindon game. We're going to do this live and we're going to finish the episode. Before we finish the episode, I'm going to show you my transfer shortlist because I'm here to make some changes. I've seen the squad, I've assessed everyone, and I'm deciding that I'm going to pull the trigger on a few positions. So in the next episode, following on from that, we're going to have the Manchester United game. We're also going to get through January and February as well and just get some more games under the belt. But that Manchester United game is huge. But before we do get into the Swindon game, let's just have a look at the table. Of course, we're still top. If we weren't top, wow, it would have probably been the biggest collapse since Warsaw in real life. But we are top. It's 8 points now. At one point when I was playing the games off camera, we were 15 points clear, which is mental. We can go up a few more points with a game in hand on Warsaw, but Salford have played the same amount of games as well. So it's going to be a bit closer. Ultimately, though, we have to try and push on now and win the title. Swindon are down in 17th. So even though I do think Swindon aren't a bad side, this is a game we simply have to win. We have to bounce back. Look at the losses we've faced. We've lost to Shrewsbury at bottom of the league. I didn't even realise they were bottom of the league. We gifted Shrewsbury their 1 win. Crazy. Didn't even realise that at the time. We've also lost to Cambridge, who are down there. We can't afford to lose to Swindon. Fair play, Colchester in the playoffs. They're a decent side. They gave us a tough time. But we can't afford to drop points against these teams. So it's plain and it is simple. We have to win this game. So this is the team that we're going to go for then. We're still without Sam Gale. Do you know what? Actually, I'm going to put Hutton in. He's been all right. We will go for Hutton in the end. But this is the team we're going for. Morris, Hutton, Masterson, Ogie because Smith is a bit tired, Johnson, Little, Williams, Malcolm, Bradley Dack, Johnny Smith and Josh Andrews. We're going back to the lads that gave it to us in the first place. So I can't explain how much of a must-win game this is. Seb Palmer-Holden, sorry, forgot to mention, he's injured. He's back soon, but he's been injured for a little while, to be honest. So we've been without Seb. Sam Vokes has had to go on the bench, moaned about game time. Even though I played him, it's just, it's all sort of unraveling a little bit. So we need to get a hold of this situation. And in terms of a team talk, I think we all know how important rivalries are. We're expected to win. Make sure we do. This is a huge game. Bradley Dack, free kick opportunity. We know we can hit him. Bradley Dack, it was a good effort. But again, this is just a repeat of what we seem to be going through at the minute. Just unable to really cause a threat from free kicks, corners, and even when we've got the ball in open play, just unable to really crack a shot on target. As you can see, 4 shots, none on target. Again, Ripley goes long. Got to win the second ball. We do with Josh Andrews. Bradley Dack, over to Malcolm. He's been a little bit quiet recently. Hutton at right back. Plays a lovely ball to Malcolm. Come on, Malcolm. Malcolm inside. Malcolm, it's gone in. Look, listen, when you're struggling to score goals, it doesn't matter how they go in as long as they do. I will take that all day long. Hutton with a great ball. Malcolm did really well to drive inside the box. Yeah, perfect little run from him on the byline, off the post, pinball off someone, and it's gone in. But it's 1-0 to Gillingham in a game we have to win. See, let's get back. Now we're a goal ahead. Let's relax a bit and get back to that football that, served us so well. Williams loses the ball in the middle of the pitch. Butterworth through. This is what I keep seeming to find, losing the ball in key areas. Ball goes in. How that has not gone in, I do not know. Swindon by far with the better chances in the first 35 minutes, and that really should have been 1-1. Here comes Swindon again. Williams does win the ball, plays it to Malcolm. Malcolm, bit of quality from Bradley Dack needed. Goes short, keeps the ball. I'm fine with that. Reece Johnson. Down the left-hand side, Johnny Smith. Come on, Johnny. Johnny driving into the box. Johnny Smith deserves a goal, but this is what seems to keep happening. How is Johnny Smith at the start of the season buries that, and we are 2-0 up, and the pressure's off. Instead, we go into half-time now. We've had 10 shots, so we're dominating there, dominated the possession, had the better XG in all fairness, even though it felt like they've had the better chances. 1 shot on target, simply not good enough. Free kick here, right over it for Swindon. Good place for a free kick, this. Right. And Glenn Morris has done really well there, so I'm happy with that. Good save from Glenn Morris to keep this game at 1-0. Swindon, they will have chances though. I feel as though we're desperate for a second goal. 10 minutes to go, and there hasn't been many chances in this second half of note, and I'm happy for that to be the case. I'm going to just move us down to cautious and try and see this game out. Glenn Morris with the ball. 2 minutes from time. Going to send us long. Don't mind that. Got to win the ball, though. Got to win the ball and look after possession here. Amani Little, McCleary, who came on. Sarcevic, who also came on. Sarcevic hasn't done much in a Gillingham shirt so far, and he's done something there. Josh Andrews with a huge goal for us. You can tell I'm not happy. I don't feel comfortable in this game, but this is huge. Sarcevic, McCleary linking up the 2 subs, drives down, whips the ball in, and it's such a good ball, to be fair. Josh Andrews, that's where I've needed him more. I haven't seen Josh Andrews in those spaces, head or foot. What a big goal that is for us. I was so worried that we were going to lose or draw this game. We needed to bounce back against our rivals, and it's going to look like we will do. Are there improvements to make? Yes. But is this a huge 3 points? Absolutely. We've got the transfer window now to get some new personnel in, replace a few players that realistically shouldn't suit our plans, medium to long term. Oh, God, I was so worried about this game. What a result. Up the Gills. And you know what? I'm pleased with beating our rivals, lads. Well done. Wow, okay. Glenn Morris has picked up a fractured finger. 3 to 4 weeks off the back of that game. Okay, that is interesting. Sarcevic did very well. Ian Holloway, angry at defeat. Ian, unlucky, mate. Unlucky, Ian. But let me get into the recruitment side of things then. So, to start with, let me actually show you the squad. So, in terms of players that are going to be moving on in this window. So, Ogie has put Vale interested. Contract is up at the end of the season. So, a decision to be made there whether to cash in now or let him go on a free or even sign him to a new contract. We've also got Armani Little in the same boat. So we're going to have to see how we feel with those. Armani Little on $3,000 a week as well. We could go out there and go and get someone very, very solid in his place. In terms of players that have signed new deals, Connor Masterson has signed a new deal. Bradley Dack has signed a new deal as well, as has Josh Andrews. I all thought they deserved a new deal after the form they've given. To be honest with you, since they've signed it, not so good. But who else will be leaving? Max Clark will be leaving. His contract is up at the end of the season. He just wasn't getting the game time. Sam Vokes, as I mentioned, he will be leaving. Jake Turner, he is also looking like he will leave the club. Interesting now, we do have an injury to Glenn Morris. I know it's only for a month, but it's just a reminder that your goalkeeper can get injured. Aaron Rowe, he will also be moving on. I like Aaron Rowe, but he just doesn't suit what I need. He's not good enough to be a winger for me, and he's not good enough to be a right back for me. So we'll get rid of Aaron Rowe. He's had a bid from Burton. Same thing with Nelson as well. Nelson will be moving on. Never really got into him in his time here. Not a big fan. He can go. And Sam Mather. Never quite hit the ground running with us. Amarin spoke to me and said that he wants to take him back. So Amarin will get Sam Mather back most likely. So yeah, that is a bit of a quick overview of who will likely be leaving. The big question to me now is, do I try and loan out Aaron Bott or do I chuck him straight in and keep Turner and Morris to the end of the season? Because I could go and get a goalkeeper on loan. There's a lot of things to decide here, but let's have a look at the shortlist. And this is my shortlist. We've got some players that play in some foreign leagues, and we've also got some players that we'll know, like your Connor Hazards, etc., Connor Barrett, Zach Medley. So I'm really looking to try and add a lot of quality in this transfer window. And, we don't have the biggest budget. It's around £300,000, but we can certainly make some things work with installments, etc. Now, if I show you who I'm most interested in, we've got Jay Matete, formerly of Sunderland, I believe it is. Yeah, it's Sunderland, it is. But in terms of coming in as a defensive midfielder, this guy has got every characteristic to play in that Armani little role that we've got, the box-to-box midfielder. So very interested, especially on a free as well. Wages wouldn't be a problem with that one, so that is one to look at. Joe Rolls, I'm less so interested in, to be honest. I'll actually remove him from the shortlist now. Not as interested. But we've got other players as well that would cost us a bit of money. Elliot Bonds, he seems to be a very good signing to go for. So, yeah, we've got a lot of options. If I tell you what I think are the most important positions, I do think that I will be tempted to go after Dobra. I think we need a left winger. I think the right wing will be Malcolm and Johnny Smith, because Johnny Smith naturally is left-footed. I think left wing, having Omar as a backup, but I really want to go and get a staple signing. And I think Dobra is who I'm most interested in that area there. Also, a striker. I think it's going to be very good for us to go and get another striker in. We've got a player like Alfie May that we might be able to get on loan, which is interesting. We've got a free agent here, Wubens Passius, who looks to be a very solid option, especially for a free transfer. We've got Chidiobi, a very good player as well. And we've got Jatta, who wants to leave. Whether he would be very good for us or not, I'm still trying to weigh up. Bailey Dippier, that he's just got injured. Okay, it's only a short injury, but he also could be a good one. So, yeah, that's the sort of shortlist in a bit of a nutshell. I will, of course, be doing a bit more of a deeper dive in the next episode and just sort of looking at who we can really get and where the budget is. But yeah, that is our shortlist of players that we're interested in as of right now. It could change, but I'm looking for a goalkeeper, a left back, a right back, a CDM, maybe ×2 if Armani Little goes, a left wing, and a striker. So a big transfer window ahead. And as I said, we will leave it here for today. What a huge episode the next episode is. Not only finishing the transfer window, but also this game against Manchester United. That is one that I am licking my lips at, especially after that Swindon game. A bit more positivity back into the squad. We're going to be looking to get some new players in the door for the United game. So if you are enjoying the content, please drop a like. Please let me know. Let me know your thoughts so far. The new style, everything, signings. I always love reading your guys' comments. So, thank you very much for watching, and as always, guys, I will see you on the next one.